This is the Sydney Cricket Ground, the home of the final Ashes Test. In the last series over here, the Australians won here to complete the 5-0 whitewash. Having said that, in 2003, England won here. They may have lost the series anyway, but that's not important. But what is important about the ground itself?
The SCG is such a special place for two reasons. The first is the fans. When people come to watch a game, there's such a passion, particularly around the Ashes, and so everyone's looking forward to the game, everyone's there's a buzz, and it makes it special as a player. The other reason why SCG is such a special place is because of the players. And as growing up and watching Ashes series, for me, watching Alan Border, Dennis Lillee, Jeff Thompson, Mike Gatting, Ian Botham, some great cricketers and a great occasion, and they're the two reasons I think the SCG is a special place.
This is the visitors' dressing room here at the SCG. Now, for many years, there wasn't any kind of honours board if you happened to get 5 wickets or over 100 a century, something like that. So what the players used to do, they used to write their achievements here on this cupboard. So if you look over here, you've got some names you'll probably recognise. Andy Caddick here is when he took 5 wickets here in 2003. Over here with the batsmen, Nick Knight, remember him, Mark Butcher and Michael Vaughan, of course, getting 183 in the 5th Test back in 2003. Now, all these players, they've actually signed their names here on the cupboard, so something that would ordinarily be worth, I don't know, just a few quid, you can now stick some zeros on the end of that if you were to put it on eBay.
Anyone who comes to Sydney, I believe, needs to see the harbour, and they can take a ferry ride. They can also take in one of the many cafes, restaurants that are also beside the city in Circular Quay and those types of areas, just to get an idea of how beautiful the city actually is.
But it's not just cafes and restaurants you'll find on the harbour, you'll also find one of Australia's most celebrated icons.
Sydney Opera House is a non-profit organisation and we're a public building, so our whole role within the community is to be accessible to everyone. We have kids shows here for 2-year-olds. We have shows ranging from classical music through to rock concerts. We've had artists like Harry Connick Jr., Regina Spektor, the Foo Fighters, Massive Attack, all performing in the concert hall. If you have come all the way from England to see a cricket match in Sydney, it'd be silly not to visit Sydney Opera House at the same time. And whether you're into rock concerts, opera, ballet, classical music, comedy or Shakespeare, there really is something for everyone.
And from high culture to beach culture and another great Aussie icon. If you've got a day to spare or fancy extending your Australian tour, you have to come to Bondi.
So you can come and climb our beautiful harbour bridge, you can go to around the Opera House, but instead of just coming down to Bondi and having a look, get down there and do what the locals do. We have surfed here for over 50 years and we love it. Surfing is really easy, especially if you're having a bit of a lesson. It's a little bit like a bit of a ski.
The Test series may end in Sydney, but there is still plenty to stay for. You've got the 2020s, the one-day internationals, and of course everything else this fabulous country has got to offer. The England team will be getting back to the chilly air of Heathrow sometime in February. They'll be hoping for a warm welcome.